See, from 1st April 2026, new Income Tax Act is coming into force, and new act and new rules have been notified. So, whatever is your income from 1st April 2026, it will be taxed under the new act and new rules. And in order to align this new act, new rules of developed nations, India income tax authorities has enacted the provisions in line with the present valuation of the perquisite, etc. So the major relief which is coming from tomorrow, 1st April 2026, to the taxpayer is the salaried people, where perquisite's valuation has been drastically changed and exemption has been provided in number of perks. Now take a case of a house rent, rent-free accommodation, etc. Now the valuation has been reduced from 15% to 10% in A class city, from 10% to 7.5% in B class city, and from 7.5 to 5% in the C class city also. And category of A class city has also been increased. Earlier these were Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta and Chennai, and now 4 more cities have been added: Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune, Ahmedabad. These all 4 cities have been added therein. Further, now there will be benefit in terms of the perquisite given by the vehicle by way of car, etc. Now presently, in case the vehicle is of a smaller category, which we call 1.6 liter or below, then the valuation is 1800 rupees per month, which is now going to be increased to 5000 rupees per month. And similarly for 2400 too, it is going to be increased to 7000 rupees per month, and driver is also going to be taxed at rate from existing rate to the 3000 rupees. So these are the some changes which may give some concession to the taxpayer, at the same time which may take away that expenditure because the valuation of the perquisites is going up. So similarly, there are certain other benefit which has been given, exemption has been given in respect of the perquisite given to the employees, like education allowance for children education, which was 100 rupees per month, now it is 3000 rupees per month per child. Similarly, hostel allowance, which was 300 rupees, has been increased to 9000 rupees per child, so 18,000 rupees. So there can be a substantial reduction in terms of a taxable salary in case an employee has 2 children which are school going and which are in hostel. So roughly 12,000 rupees per month per child can be the benefit which can be availed of. So to answer your question, I will say that yes, there are changes which are going to be beneficial by and large. There are certain things like car perquisites where the valuation is being increased to tax the perquisite by way of salary, but still I believe the benefit of the perquisite is much higher as compared to the tax which is going to be levied on this age. So I don't think there is any hidden agenda or any hidden drawbacks. The idea is to implement the new law in a new spirit and as a developed nation. I believe yes, so I think over a period the government has enacted provision and made the exemption and deduction in such a manner where it has become almost, I think, irrelevant to continue in the old regime because the tax liability is going to be higher. So I believe it is going to be phased out. Only thing is the government is not saying that I am forcing you out, that you should not take this and I am closing it down. It is giving an option, probably keeping an idea that many people have committed provident fund contribution, life insurance premium contribution, housing loan, etc. So keeping in mind this is going on, but I'm sure down the line 1 or 2 years this will be completely phased out. I believe it doesn't make any sense for any category of employee to continue in the old regime. All benefits are more there under the new regime and there is no reason. And 2 things which the employee must do in case to continue the more benefit: instead of the house rent allowance, he should ask the employer to convert the house rent allowance in the rent-free accommodation. In case you get the allowance and then pay the rent, then that house rent allowance benefit is not available under the new regime. But in case you take a house rent-free accommodation from the employer, of which the lease deed is in the name of the employer and the rent is being paid by the employer, then only the 10% salary, which is getting 15 or 10, 7.5 or 5% salary getting taxed. That's a lot of concession and is available under the new regime also. Similarly, a vehicle, the benefit of the vehicle for private use, it is nominal tax and the benefit is under the new regime will be available. So I will say yes, all salaried employees should shift to the new regime and it is more beneficial to be on the new regime.